Today we're diving into a topic that's been heating up on the news. I'm sure you heard about it. People leaving Florida.
I'm out of here.
The Sunshine State has well been known for beautiful beaches and retirees. Well, it just might not be shining so bright for many people as they are fleeing Florida. So let's go over a few reasons why people are deciding to leave Florida. Now, Florida has always had its charm, but lately some drawbacks have been pushing people away. Let's get right into it. One is cost of living. In some of your bigger cities, the home prices have just been going crazy. They're like on fire, man. They've just been going up and up. Now, not necessarily all of them. It would be more specific to like Naples. I don't know if you've ever seen Naples. That's just crazy expensive down there. Beautiful. Also, anywhere around the theme parks, those prices are gonna hold their own because people are always looking to purchase them, rent them out, they make a small fortune. So it's like income producing, and that's why anything that makes you money, you can always charge more for. But you get these little small pockets of cities or condos, and you will find they're kind of plateauing. If not, the sellers are finally waking up and realizing it's time to lower the prices.
Wake up!
So there are some still good deals, and I know a lot of people are blaming the high interest rates why properties aren't selling. And it could be, but it's starting to become a little normalized. Like, if you're waiting to purchase, get off the fence. Just go ahead and do it. You can always refinance. Now's a great time. Don't even get me started on condos. It's almost a race to the bottom with the condos. Prices are dropping. People are afraid. There's someone in my building, they just purchased, I think it hasn't even been a year yet. They just listed it. I wish I was their agent, or I wish they would have talked to me. Not that I think it's gonna sell. It's not anytime soon, because there's condos people are practically giving away, and this one seems overpriced, but the thing is they're also gonna have to pay the taxes. The taxes is gonna be crazy because they haven't owned it for 2 years. It's just not a good time for them to sell. I would have loved to talk to them about some other options. Maybe I can still help them out, but some people just aren't willing to listen, and it's really, really sad. And then with, insurance going up and cost of living, there's just all kinds of things that's not just hitting Florida, but it's hitting other places as well. But a lot of people, again, are just panicking. I think the main thing is with the cost going up is the home prices and the insurance. That's been just something else to deal with. Now, it also makes it hard for first-time home buyers. I'm working with a first-time home buyer currently, and they are really struggling because of the higher prices still kind of hanging up there. Lending is, trying to help with everything they can. Sometimes we try to talk to the seller to see if they can help the first-time home buyer with some closing costs or buy some points down, do like a 2-1 buy down. But the sellers are so extremely frustrated because their house has been on the market, and then we come in with something like this because it's been overpriced. Just because you decided it was that price does not mean it would appraise at that. So it's just this whole thing. It's just a tough time for everyone. I always love to see first-time home buyers be able to finally get their dream home. We are getting some in. That's where an experienced real estate agent really matters. I can help. I have a network of thousands of agents throughout the country. I can help you, whether it's buying or selling. Go ahead and fill out that form. Okay, another one is hurricanes and hot weather. I'm at a location right here on the beach in Daytona Beach, and I'm gonna show you from the hurricane that's been over a year and a half ago, the damage it did. That part of the park or the beach access is still closed. Check this out. Now, you can still access the beach from right over there, but the sad part is it's a beautiful park. Somebody's got to pay for this. It's very time consuming. As you can see, hardly anything's been done because there was so much damage. Next to it is Daytona Beach Shores. They've been cleaned up. They've had everything done, and I think it's for a few reasons. One is Daytona Beach Shores is a little smaller than Daytona Beach, and I feel Daytona Beach Shores, there's many very wealthy people down in the shores, so they have the funds to help clean it up a lot quicker. So anyways, that's just my personal opinion. And hurricanes can be quite damaging. Here in the greater Daytona Beach area though, we've been lucky. There's been hardly any storms that really directed us personally. This is one. I've been here since '93. I really think this was the worst one. And it did a lot of damage on the beach, like the seawalls, as I feel it's eroding away anyways. I personally feel in about 20-30 years, these condos right on the beach, they're gonna be gone or really close to going into the ocean. I've seen since I've lived here in '93 how much of the beach has eroded away. This hurricane was a really big wake-up call because this happened to many pools down the beach. The pools fell in the ocean, and like these parks like this as well. Speaking of hurricanes, Florida's insurance market is a mess. Rising premiums and limited availability. So many insurance companies have decided to pull out of Florida, which is really crazy. Like, things get tough and they just bail on us. I'm like, what? So there's so many homeowners frantically searching for insurance, and in the meantime their rates are like doubling and tripling. It's just a horrible mess. If you lived in a condo, your HOA fees went up because your building insurance went up, so they have to pass it along to the owners. Some people are even dropping their insurance altogether. Now this may have been a thing and I just haven't been hearing about it, but just a few weeks ago I was at a home inspection and the roof came back really bad. And I told the buyer, I said, listen, this is gonna be a problem. You're not gonna be able to get insurance. How do you wanna proceed? She's like, full steam ahead. I'm not getting insurance. I was like blown away as I'm standing there thinking like, wow, this is crazy. Before I can even finish my thought, the home inspector, who I've known for years, goes, yeah, I don't have home insurance anymore neither. I paid off my home and I dropped the insurance. How do you sleep at night? My fear I'd be closed and the next day the darn house would burn to the ground. I know that's horrible thinking, but that's why we have insurance. It was just crazy. So that's another thing. I guess 3 people standing in a room and 2 of them don't have homeowners insurance. Now there is a good thing going on. There is talk about 12 more insurance companies coming back to the state of Florida. See, things are already starting to look up. It's going to get better. We always have these ups and down cycles, right or wrong, right? We always do. Interest rates go up, they go down. Insurance premiums go up, they always stay up. But either way, anyways, we'll have more options now, so it's gonna hopefully make things a lot better. So another thing I think scares a lot of people away is they get here and they don't realize just quite how hot it can be here in Florida. Right now I'm on beachside and there's a nice breeze. Usually beachsides there's always a breeze, but I'm standing in the shade. When I was talking earlier out in the sun, I could literally feel myself melting. So there's ways to stay cool. You can go out on a boat, you can stay inside in your AC. Every place has AC. You can go walk the mall, you can go to the beach, you can sit under umbrella at the beach. There's just tons and tons of ways to stay cool. So if you move here, do realize it is quite warm. The sun is very intense, but there's amazing ways to stay cool and have a great time doing it. Whole reason I moved here back in '93, even the right young ages back then, was because I could not stand those blizzards, being snowed in for days at a time. Sometimes I can deal with the heat, I can find ways to stay cool, but I don't know, those blizzards and getting stuck in your home for a few days, I was done. Driving was a nightmare, sliding off the road. I don't know if it's gotten better. I just haven't driven in the snow in I don't know how many years. Never have a problem here other than, you know, a bunch of seniors on the road, but that's for a whole nother video. Okay, so another one is lack of contractors and scams. And a lot of people get burned, and especially the elderly, and that's why I think a lot of the scams happen. Well, just not because of the elderly. So first off, the lack of contractors, I feel, is because it's just like a whole different mindset down here from up north. I talk to my friends and family up there, and there's contractors that have been there forever, and they do an amazing job, and everybody's intertwined. Everyone knows their family. Here in Florida, it's such a transient, touristy type state. People come here to retire, and so there's constantly a turnover. Then when we get hit with a hurricane, we get flooded. That's when the scams come alive. We get roofers setting up shop, throwing on horrible roofs because people are desperate, and then you never hear from them again. They take off with your money. They don't finish their roofs. They do a horrible job. There's no warranty. You just have to be careful. You have to do your due diligence. I bought my condo. It was very dated. I wanted it gutted, redone, had walls added for my YouTube studio, did all kinds of stuff. I did my research. I hired a GC, a general contractor. I knew I would be paying a little bit more, but at the end of the day, for such a massive job, 100% worth it. If I tried to pick the lowest bid or somebody I never heard of or didn't see any reviews or anything, I would have got what I deserved. Maybe I would have had a good job. I don't know. I just know you got to just do your work, do your research, and it'll all work out. Or it should hopefully all work out. Now, another one I find is a lot of people end up getting here and become homesick. They end up missing their family, such as their parents or their grandkids or their kids. I personally had that happen to me when I moved here. Holidays in particular were really hard. I said, well, you know, I'll move to Florida. It's Florida. Everybody will come visit me. Well, there's a lot of days in between all that that makes it really hard. Eventually it does pass. Eventually you get new family, friends, wonderful neighbors. But I think for some it's just really tough to go through. Oh, and speaking of family, Glenn, if you're watching, we got your sister under contract. Thanks for referring her. I was able to get her a great agent just a little bit down south. We worked together and we got her into an amazing property. Thank you again for watching and referring her to me. Now, is everyone leaving Florida? No, I'm not going nowhere. I absolutely love it here. I may complain about the heat from time to time, but overall, it's a beautiful place to live. I find it way more beneficial to live here than I can't think of anywhere else I would rather live. I travel all over, and I absolutely love calling Florida my home. Because let's not forget, Florida still has a lot to offer. Beautiful beaches, no state income tax, amazing theme parks such as Disney. See, what are some of the others? Oh yeah, Universal Studios, Busch Gardens, SeaWorld, Legoland. Always something to do here. And you get summer year-round. So is Florida a lost paradise? Well, I guess it depends who you ask. For many, it's still a wonderful place to live. And for others, they may be reevaluating where they want to live. But if there's anything I can do to help you either move in or out of Florida, no matter where you are in the country, just remember, I have a huge network of agents, and I would love to help you wherever you are throughout the country. And always remember, I got your back. Till next time.